And weather-wise, it may be Pi Day 314, but the week ahead will be anything but a cakewalk. As that system that's bringing snow-wise, we're going from 40s and rain tonight to 20s and pain on Tuesday. 24 hours, but I'm willing to bet it's going to start to weaken soon. And here's why. You see this dry air starting to get inside of this circulation, and it's really going to sap this energy you see from this outer circulation going on. That's not going to be able to get towards the core, which you see off to the west. That's what's spinning on right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if Isaias starts to weaken a little bit before making landfall.
Well, first off, Drew, happy Boxing Day. Do you know why it's called Boxing Day?
I don't. Tell me.
Oh, actually, I was really hoping you do. I don't know either. Life is full of disappointment. But you know what's not disappointing? The weather today. Temperatures got up into the 60s, 63 degrees.
Weather-wise, after rain impacted each of the first 3 days of 2021, the prodigal son, that's S-U-N, has returned. How long will it last, though? I'll let you know in your weather-wise forecast when we're back in 3 minutes. So we're out here in Chatola Lake in Blowing Rock. They normally do the polar bear plunge, but I get to do it a little bit early. We're freezing for a reason out here. Here goes nothing. Woo! That's cool. That's how it's done, baby.
Is in Boone. What about the road kick? Whoa, it's there's way more snow than the last time we saw you, my friend.
It's a winter wonderland here in Boone, Derek. Upwards of 3 inches of snow have fallen in Watauga County. But to answer your question, looking at the roads, you really wouldn't be able to know because the DOT has been working nonstop, not only here on the roads, but also even on the sidewalks. We'll show that in just a second. But first, I want to show you how much work they've been putting in. Look at this huge pile of snow. This is only from 2 go-rounds around King Street, which is the main road in and out of Boone. Just check out how deep this is. The things we do for entertainment, folks. Oh, yeah, this is a huge pile of snow. No small feat getting this up and off the roads. They've been brining it all day. Let's bring you on over now to the sidewalks. They've actually had these little mini snow plows coming up and down here, and you can see really nothing going on. There's just a thin layer of snow between here and the brick right along these beautiful shop fronts here in Boone. So things, honestly, folks, not looking too bad, but of course it is an uphill battle. Snow will be coming down throughout the entire day as you see it right now, absolutely pouring. Nicole, how much longer is this heavy band gonna last here in Boone?
We're still gonna have a couple.
Ski season is here. A string of nights below freezing in the high country was all it took for Sugar Mountain to open their slopes for the first time today, attracting skiers, snowboarders, and snow lovers alike. I caught up with Gunther Yokel, owner of the Sugar Mountain Resort, to see what he thought the reopening meant to the community.
Well, it certainly gives everybody some light that things are going forward.
The opening came as a pleasant surprise to some.
And I was like, well, maybe Sugar will be blowing snow because I know it got a little cold front. So we just checked the live cams and saw they were blowing yesterday. So we're like, no way, they might open tomorrow. So we gave them a call, and sure enough, here we are, first day.
They weren't the only ones happy to see the ski lifts running again. Resorts play a vital role in the high country economy, especially when Appalachian State students head home for the holidays.
So it usually balances out. And if we didn't have that to replace the decrease in the students, then we would definitely have an impact to our local economy.
Local staples App Ski Mountain and Beach Mountain have been blowing snow on their trails for the past week, but are not opening quite yet.
We actually have pretty good coverage right now, but our goal is to continue our snowmaking efforts through next week in hopes to maybe open by the end of next week if temperatures allow.
It's not all about dollars and cents. Hickory resident Hope Hooks met her husband waiting in line for a ski lift.
For us, it's going to be fun as we get older and have kids and stuff. It'll be fun to come back and tell them how we met and everything.
The pandemic rages on, but visitors feel safe on these slopes.
Yeah, if you're not social distancing snowboarding, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. From the high country, James Scott, WCCB News.
And weather-wise, it may be Pi Day 314, but the week ahead will be anything but a cakewalk as that system that's bringing snow to Colorado moves on into the WCCB Charlotte viewing area. Now, we're not talking about any sort of snow,
but heavy rain could pile up pretty quickly as we head into the heart of the work week ahead. Right now, looking into Rock Hill, a balmy 69 degrees. You're seeing a few clouds out there, but largely really not bad. 74 the official high at CLT. We saw plentiful sunshine, at least during the early afternoon hours. Now the clouds are moving back on in, but notably missing really no rain. We're almost 2 inches below normal for March. Now, we still are actually above average for the year thanks to a very wet January and February, but we do need the rain. In fact, a high fire risk right now up in the high country. 71 degrees right here in the Queen City, 54 in Boone, 53 in Jefferson, 67 Statesville out east, 73 in Wadesboro, and 72 in Rockingham. So on our radar and satellite, here's some rain on the way. A lot of this still isn't making it down on the ground. Some of these darker greens, yellows, they might be. So maybe a few very isolated showers possible this evening, but that's really just an appetizer for the main event on the way. And a main event it is. This is a textbook low pressure system centered over Colorado. You see the warm front stretching on down the Carolinas, cold front into the deep south. Now this cold front, especially this warm sector right here, will be moving on into our area. That's when the rain will start to pick on up. Really, even though it won't be rainy for much of our Monday, will be cloudy throughout much of the day. Temperatures cooling down into the upper 40s as soon as sunrise. And folks, check out these temperatures, really not moving a whole lot throughout the day. Winds out the north and east keeping us cool. I think we'll be right around the mid to lower 50s as the rain starts to move in from the south and west. Could even be talking about some wintry weather in the high country. That's possible. Not talking about really any sort of accumulation, more of a, ooh, look, it's a little bit of sleet, a little bit of snow mixing on in with the rain. But we are talking about rain, all rain for the Piedmont eastern foothills as well. Fortunately, though, this is going to be a pretty quick hitting system. That being said, you see these reds, these oranges, really heavy rain will start to move in. Looks like especially south of the metro, and notice the cool down behind it. We could be talking about some 30s, lower 40s for our Tuesday morning. Should start to clear on out, wiping the slate clean, but the clouds will be sticking around and the cold air sticks around as well. 50s and 40s on the way, and unfortunately only getting wetter from here. Yet another system comes in on the coattails of the first rain-making system, and unfortunately this one's going to have some staying power. Could last from Wednesday into Thursday, maybe even into Friday before moving on out. Also, severe weather is possible for our Thursday. Download our Coit WeatherWise app so you can track the storm along with us, get those alerts should they turn severe. Definitely keeping a close eye on Thursday, but folks, next 5 days looking pretty wet. For our first day of spring, though, into the weekend, looking better, but still temperatures below average in the 50s. At least it'll be sunny, guys.
Yeah. Yep, still chilly, though.
All right, Zach. Really great story there, Zach. Thank you for that. And much like Sam Bell Navis, rain racing on into the WCCB Charlotte viewing area. Looking in right now on our nights cam into uptown, 37 degrees and just nasty outside. That's pretty much where we're at across the board in the WCCB Charlotte viewing area. 30s and 140 in Morganton, 37 degrees once again here in the Queen City. So rain moving off to the east, mainly along I-77 and eastward. Heavy stuff moving into Cabarrus and then eventually Stanley and Rowan counties as well. Out west, though, getting a little bit drier. Still those clouds sticking around, though. Also up in the high country, some more freezing drizzle possible overnight. Do be aware of some more really slick road conditions. So, of course, there is yet another round of rain on the way. And what's going on here is we have this huge dip in the jet stream, which is normally up in the mid-latitudes, but has really come on down. So that's bringing in the cold air, but also when it's coming back up, it's scooping up this moisture much like a river. We actually call this an atmospheric river because there's just so much moisture along this jet stream coming on up. So actually, lower level winds are coming out of the north and east. That's why we're so cold. Upper level winds, though, are bringing in warm, moist air aloft. So that's the big reason why we saw ice today instead of snow. You know, temperatures right around freezing, but those mid layers, we're talking about 1 to 2 kilometers up, we were at about 40, 50 degrees, well above freezing. So that's really the reason why we're seeing this wet, icy disappointment across the Carolinas. So with that dip in the jet stream, as I mentioned, these are high temperatures today. 3 degrees below zero in Minneapolis, 10 in St. Louis. Actually, Texas is getting ready, and also Oklahoma, for one of their biggest winter storms ever. Really, really interesting stuff there. Unfortunately, here, though, for you winter weather lovers, mainly going to be rain as we head into our Valentine's Day Sunday. Going to be a cloudy start. I will notice, though, that the rain has been trending well eastward now. So maybe areas west of I-77, you may actually get a little bit of a break. It will still be gross outside, still cloudy, still humid. But looks like the rain once again really trending for our eastern counties, even east of the Charlotte area. So it will be messy tomorrow, but not quite as messy as what we saw today. Then we get into Monday and more of the same moving on in. Just scattered showers, just not pleasant outside. Temperatures just hanging right around 40 degrees for the better part of the next 48 hours, pretty much all over the western half, the Carolinas. And then we finally talk about a strong cold front moving on through. Now, ice is actually a possibility as we head into our Tuesday. I think largely will remain dry. And then how's that Beatles song go? Here comes the sun. Yes, it's coming out for our Tuesday, maybe even into Wednesday as well, before we talk about yet another possible ice event and maybe even severe weather for our Thursday and Friday. A very interesting 7-day, at the very least, on the way. Just really need to enjoy the sunshine for our Tuesday and Wednesday. All the other days, maybe besides Saturday, well, not looking great. Guys?
You didn't say anything about snow.
Ice is the best I can do right now. I mean, this is just getting ridiculous. It's been like 800 days since our last 1-inch snowfall in Charlotte. I don't know. I'm just kind of giving up at this point.
All the rain, no snow. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, the pandemic.